Hello, everyone. My name is Sushmita Mazumdar, and my story is called Sing to Me, Mr. Shuffle. It's a story about a pandemic time collaboration with roots reaching back 5 decades and 13,000 miles. It's the story of a girl who grew up in a city called Bombay on the west coast of India. At home, her family spoke Bengali, a language from the east coast of India. In school, she learned 3 languages. She used the Latin or Roman script to write English and the Devanagari script to write Hindi and Sanskrit. At home, she learned to write another script, Bengali. In art school, she learned about calligraphy or beautiful writing. She learned how the Devanagari script could become art. She also learned Russian and the Cyrillic script. But after she started work, she forgot all about calligraphy. 10 years after college, that girl, now a woman, came to America to marry her sweetheart. As English became her first language and Bengali her second, she lost touch with her other languages. But she still listened to songs from Hindi movies. When she took a painting class in 2011, almost 25 years after art school, she found the Devanagari script and lyrics of her favorite songs appear in her paintings. But then she got busy with opening a community space for art and stories. One day, as she waited to meet a young graffiti artist, she suddenly panicked. Could she still write the Devanagari script? She grabbed a pen, and as the songs played from her phone, she wrote, capturing the beautiful lyrics. Yes, she could still do it. Since then, she has been reconnecting with the script, exploring tools and surfaces, learning from masterworks in museums and from her friends who are artists. She found she kept going back to the speed and spontaneity of that moment when she thought all was lost. When she created her first expressive calligraphic artworks using solely the Devanagari script and Hindi movie songs, it was 2018. She realized that her artworks were visuals for emotions buried deep, a peek into an identity tangled in a script and a language which represented a huge culture she had torn away from. What am I part of now? She wondered. One artwork was inspired by the song Safarnama. O mere sare jawabon ka safarnama, meri or se utha teri or ko kadam pehla milenge hum. Oh, all my answers are in the story of this journey. From me will arise the first step towards you. We shall meet. In 2020, the pandemic hit. As an artist whose work was all about a community space, she had to reimagine what to do there when the building was closed to the public. But music was still with her, as songs played from her phone, always set on shuffle. English, Spanish, Romanian, and Brazilian songs mixed in with her favorite Hindi movie songs. She knew that at any point during the day, a song might suddenly speak to her. If she was driving to the studio and a song spoke, she took a photo of the radio display so she could remember the song later. Or she would scribble the lyrics on her hand at a red light. She felt a new project was emerging, a collaboration in an empty studio with an app and an algorithm, a collaboration with the fantastic Mr. Shuffle. He had never failed to sing to her even when everything else was in lockdown and eerily quiet. At the studio, she found blank canvas, grabbed her paints, and wrote. She wrote with the back of a brush, with pebbles, or anything else that caught her fancy. खामोशियों में बोली तुम्हारी कुछ इस तरह गूंजती है. In the silences, your words echo something like this. कानों से मेरे होते हुए वो दिल का पता ढूंढती है. Passing through my ears, they try to find the way to my heart. She was so drawn to the texture of the artworks when they were wet. She wrote, "Wet paint is the right now, this moment, before it dries, hardens to become forever. So, what can paint be now? How can I alter, add, mix, blend? Ah, gold. Ooh, my darling spiral. Come, make a puddle." She made the puddle stand up. She watched it become the sun. It shone on the new words written by new poets, words she had never written before. Kafirana सा है, इश्क है या क्या है? This feels blasphemous. Is it love? Or what is it? It was the delicious wetness of the Arabian Sea on the mountain. She had grown up near the famous Juhu beach, seen in so many Hindi movies. It's where she had gone jogging. It's where she had taken relatives who were visiting from out of town. It's where she had enjoyed food filled evenings with friends and even watched romantic sunsets. It's also where she had witnessed the immersion of goddess Durga at the end of the annual Durga Puja festival every year. Instead of using a reed pen, nib, or brush, she wrote to excavate what got left behind and add in what got layered on. What stayed with me, she wondered. What went into hibernation? What new things did I pick up? अंग सुगंधित मन आनंदित अंग सुगंधित मन आनंदित चाहूं और रंग बरसाओ. Fragrant body and joyful heart, fragrant body and joyful heart, I wish to shower even more colors. She had endured many blazing hot summers and understood the value of the monsoons. Children ran out of their flats and up to the terrace to jump and dance in the first rains of the year. Schools would close when streets flooded, but they would be out with friends in full rain gear exploring transformed neighborhoods. Of course, all of this was captured in many Hindi movies and songs. ढोलवाला सिपाहिया ओहो जो नाचे धाएं धाएं रुके ना फिर पाँव 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 हवा हवा. The soldier beat the drum, oh-ho, she kept on dancing, her legs would not stop, like the wind. When older, she bunked college during the monsoons to walk along Marine Drive with friends, with mad sea waves crashing over the wall and into the street. Years later, from her 11th floor office in Nariman Point, she watched rain race across Back Bay and hit the plate glass windows inches away from her face. The paintings brought out the moments when she connected with a voice, with words, with meaning, with music so evocatively crafted, with imaginings of swirling dance videos and mighty landscapes, and with a multitude of memories, holding them all in the space of this closed studio. ये ज़मीं चुप है, आसमां चुप है, फिर ये धड़कन सी चारसू क्या है? The earth is silent, the sky is silent. Then what's this heartbeat all around me? ए दिले नादान, ए दिले नादान, आरज़ू क्या है? जुस्तजू क्या है? Oh innocent heart, oh innocent heart, what is your desire? What is it you seek? When she looked at the paintings now, she noticed that unlike in any series before, she had written in two languages. The one she missed, Hindi, and her dominant language, English. She gave credit to an algorithm and thanked Mr. Shuffle for collaborating with her. But there was also a device she was collaborating with. She had to give credit to Miss iPhone too, the device which was an extension of her fingers. If it hadn't been for it, none of the moments in the story would have been documented. This makes me think, How, just like memories remain in us for decades, we store hundreds in our devices as well. Maybe the title of the story should have been Sing to Me, Mr. Shuffle, and Record It All, Miss iPhone. Thank you so much for listening.